64% of small businesses use social media in their marketing strategy. My question is, do you? On a scale of 1 to 10, put in the chat right now, what do you rank your social media strategy online right now? I ask this because you have to think about how you're going to market your business or your product before you even start it. Okay. All of us are so consumed about making this beautiful thing, but if nobody knows about it, it's worthless. Let me give you a quote from my personal mentor. Money follows attention. Money follows attention. Do you want attention? You absolutely want attention. Opportunity follows. Money follows. Connection follows. If they don't know you, they can't buy from you. Period. End of story. COVID showed us that firsthand. When everybody had to get online, that was not online because they would have no business and they would go out of business. This you have to take more serious than ever. Obviously, this is a credit financial literacy mentorship, but we also have that focus of content creation that most mentorships don't have. You have to be a content creator. You have to do both. It can't be one or. It's got to be both. Okay, let's talk about it. 60% of consumers, 60% of the people that you want to buy from you enjoy reading relevant content from brands. Okay, 82% of customers feel more positive about a company after reading custom content. So you mean to tell me that 82% of your potential customers, current customers, want to hear from you? Are you doing it right now? Self-assessment, yes or no? Put a yes in, put a no in the chat. This is not to make people feel bad. This is to hold people accountable so that way we can grow, and we can grow again harder and harder every day. 70% of consumers feel closer to a company as a result of content marketing. My question to you is, how more closer do you feel to me as you've seen me over video after video of YouTube, seeing the mentorship, right? You paid the money, us delivering every single week, pouring all that we have into each and every one of you. So my question to you is, the more that you get familiar with somebody, the more transparent things get, the more you start trusting that person, right? The same thing in your business. Their thoughts about what it could be, they have their fears. It's your job to break it down with content and being online. How much, and this is where it comes to influencer marketing. You're like, I thought this was a business credit. It is. But how many businesses hire influencers like myself to promote products because they know that I have an audience and a platform that they're dying to get on, okay? Question to you is, they can do the same thing for you. How much influencers really have? 74% of people rely on social media to make purchasing decisions. When you're thinking about buying that curling iron, when you're thinking about buying that tool for the car, when you're thinking about buying anything, do you check YouTube for reviews? Do you check Google for reviews? Do you check social media when you're in Vegas to see the best places to eat? I would say 3 out of 4 say yes. If you're not online, you're losing out and you will suffer greatly in your business. Absolutely 1000%. 49% of people rely on influencers' product recommendations. 42%, that's almost 1 out of 2 people. 42% of people who saw influencer ads ends up trying the product or service. Okay. Now, what's keeping prospective entrepreneurs from owning their own business? 40% said they don't have enough money. We don't have that problem here, do we? Because we leverage other people's money to build wealth. But this is a real thing. If people don't know how to leverage the credit system, leveraging their personal credit, leveraging their business credit, this can keep them out of business. This can keep you a slave to corporate America for the rest of your life until you think different, until you act different. This right here is the reason that 4 out of 10 Americans are saying that they're not entrepreneurs right now. General anxiety, fear, it won't work out. Fear of failure, that's a real deal. That comes down to mindset. That comes down to personal development. That comes down to working on yourself. Congratulations to every single one of you in right here. You guys are all battling this by being a part of this mentorship. You guys have paid to play. You guys are in different mentorships, and you're literally building relationships to get the hell out of you. Literally all this anxiety, all this fear. You're literally surrounding yourselves with people of like mind, and that is going to be huge for you making it in business. I'm saying all this stuff before I talk about the credit, because the credit is great. But if you're not ready mentally, if you're not ready in your heart for it, if you don't know the vision that you want to do, you're actually going to jack yourself up more than you think, because business credit is personal credit on steroids. Okay. Not enough time. Most people start and they never finish. Most people aren't Kobe Bryant. Anybody can start. Not everybody can finish. We all know people that start a million things. They never finish. Very few people finish. okay? The biggest problem that I see with online businesses, side hustles, influencers, people that want to get on YouTube, things like that, they don't have enough time. They're working a full-time job. They're trying to do it part-time and they burn out. That's just the story, okay? So business credit, when you leverage it, you can have more than enough time to start your dream. You can have the money. You can get away from this by being in personal development courses and mentorships like this. You can have more time. They don't have a specific plan or an opportunity yet. That's what you're here for, right? We're going to always introduce to you different opportunities. Every opportunity that we bring in here doesn't mean it's for you. You have to align your passions with it. You have to align your lifestyle with it. There's a lot of things that go into, is this the right fit for me? Just because it works for me doesn't mean it's for you. Just because it works for Dub, Shamori, doesn't mean it's for you. You have to have self-awareness, and that's part of what we really teach here in this mentorship is being self-aware. What can I handle? How much energy? How much time? Do I have a family? Do I have kids? Do I have a wife? Do I have a husband? Do I have a partner? You know, you have to ask yourself, can I handle all of these things? Too much paperwork, more red tape, paperwork, all these things, that gets in the way. Can't find a business partner. Some of you guys need a business partner. Not passionate enough about it. I would never get involved in a business I wasn't passionate enough about. Nothing is standing in my way, 7%, okay? And if you got a spouse or partner that doesn't think it's a good idea, you might want a new spouse or partner. Just saying though. Okay, small businesses by the numbers. 76% of small businesses report facing marketing challenges. We're gonna conquer that here in this mentorship. 82% of businesses that fail do so because of cash flow problems. Cash flow is king. Cash flow is king. And that's what we leverage the credit system for. So there's always cash flow, business lines of credit, personal lines of credit, life insurance, crypto, stocks, real estate, all of it. We circle it, content, all of it, okay? Passive income. 42% of startups fail because they don't meet the market need. Some of you guys are failing is because you want to do something, but there's no need on the market. Some of you guys are on YouTube making videos that nobody's searching for. So you're not going to make it. So you literally have to align what you're doing with market needs. Is there a need for this? Do people want credit videos? Absolutely. Make credit videos, but there's a billion people doing it. Exactly. So people will see your videos because they will be recommended. And if they're good quality, they will keep continuing to be seen and your channel will grow. There's a need for finance. Regardless how many people there are, there's a need for finance. Now you just have to do it better, do it different, and stand out. Bottom line, there's enough room for you. There's room for you at this table, okay? It takes $80,000 on average to start a business. Okay. Does it take that to be a content creator? Absolutely not. You have to literally scale back. What are my bills? What can I handle? How much runway do I have? Live below your means, leverage credit, and boom. It doesn't take $80,000 to do that. You could get by with 50. Some of you could get by with 30. Just depends on your situation, right? You have to know what you can handle before you get into this. And that's why, like me and Shamori were talking about, hey, listen, a lot of these people get this credit. They're all about this credit. And they don't know what to do with it, and it's going to jack them up. And he's been there himself, and I've been there myself. And so we're trying to help you have a plan before we give you all of these plays that could destroy you or help you. Okay, so I'm doing my part. I'm not responsible for what you do with the money. I'm going to tell you how to get the money, but I want you guys to see the real situation here is that we have a lot of things going on, and business is no joke. You're getting in the Shark Tank. You got to be a shark. 23% of small businesses fail because they don't have the right team. I finally got the right team, okay? We will talk about that in this call, right? Shamori, part of my team. Brian, part of my team. You guys already know I have an entire team that works for the Radikal Hughes brand, right? But the team, there is no I in team. You have to bootstrap it, do what you can do, learn everything, and then you have to start networking and growing with others to take your business where you want to take it. You just have to. Okay. What happens when you get sick? You got to literally be ready for anything, right? It's consuming. It's lonely. This thing is not glamorous. Okay. Believe me, because the moment you're successful, right? The moment people are envying you, just being real, they're going to talk you out of your dream. They're going to do all types of stuff. You have an 85% chance of going out of business in your first year. That's freaking real. That's why most banks won't lend to you under 2 years. Because there's an 85% chance that you're not going to make it. But in year 2, there's still a 70% chance that you're not going to make it. Month 3, we go down to 62%. That means 6 out of 10 people are going to fall off. They're going to, it's like, if you guys say, what's that game where that Netflix thing that went crazy? Everybody was wearing those masks and they were like self-eliminating everybody, Squid Games or something like that. It's literally that in business, right? 55%, 1 out of 2 people still going to fail 4 years into your dream. 1,200 days into your dream, 1 out of 2 people is going to fail. 5 years, still 1 out of 2 fail. And in 6 years, we're still almost 1 out of 2 fail. Do you guys see your chances of making it in business? It's not great unless you work smart. I'm being 1,000% with you. You have a very difficult time making it in business, and you need to see these facts before you walk into business and jack up your credit or leverage your credit, because you need to know, if I get into this game, what am I going to do? How many streams of income am I going to do what I'm going to do? And what are different strategies that I can use so that way I'm successful, so that if one stream of income's not popping off, another one could be, right? Right now, I haven't posted YouTube videos in 2 months. Why? Because I'm focusing on this mentorship and making sure we have a team in place to support you, help you, bring content creators in here and get this thing popping. I'm not getting back on YouTube until August. Okay, that's just a personal conviction for me. Bottom line, I'm still getting paid from YouTube, right? So I've created that income stream. So if I have to take a couple months off to scale, to slow down, to speed up, I can do that. And my bills for my business are being paid. So being a content creator is one of the safest ways to make it in a recession, in a depression. And even if this wasn't even a recession or depression, in a normal world, 6 years, 1 out of 2 people are still failing. It isn't until you get to the 10-year mark that we're at like 3 out of 10. Think of how much of your life would go by that you're risking that you could fail. I'm not trying to make you not do business. I'm trying to humble you and let you see the real truth of how many people go out of business. How many people file for bankruptcies? How many marriages get dissolved because of business? A ton of stuff, guys. This is no joke. So we have to be strategic. 51% of businesses are home-based businesses. Mine's a home-based business. I got a virtual office, but mine's a home-based business, right? A lot of you guys are doing home-based businesses, right? And then basically 62% of home-based businesses have no employees. Okay. I'm out of that category now, but I was in that category for my first year. Okay. And it gets harder once you have employees, because now you have other families on the line. And how would you feel if you were that person that was employed and they had to lay you off because of growth? So this thing is real. Okay. So we're going to talk about the reasons for business failure. Incompetence. 43% of people are in business and don't know what the hell they're doing. 43%, Shamori, of people are in business. They don't know how to do their taxes. They don't know how to hire people. They don't know how to do proper business. It's like, bro, you're in the entertainment business, right? Everybody's a photographer, everybody's a musician, and everybody's a videographer, right? Everybody's a professional. BS, they're not. You have to be the cream of the crop. You can't be part of this 40% that's incompetent with business. You have to study your craft. You can't just focus on revenue, because if you don't take care of the customers, you won't have any more revenue. If you get a bunch of revenue and don't take care of your customers, you got no testimonials. You got no repeat business. You got bad Google reviews. Some of you guys want to do your own, restaurant. You don't take care of customers. Good luck, Chuck. Okay. I'm just saying, like, this is real. This is real. This is why people fail in business. They don't know how to do good business. Do you have integrity? Do you do what you say when nobody's looking? Do you give it your best? Do you show up every day? This is part of this. Being a professional and growing the hell up. Because this is not a joke, especially when you start hiring people that depend on you, right? Lack of managerial experience. Some of you guys have always been the employee. And the moment that you hire somebody, you're like, man, I hired a VA, it didn't work for me. Did you train them? How long did you spend with them? How many hours were you on a Zoom call? Well, I sent them some emails. I sent them some templates. Okay. Do they know what to do with it? They don't live in your country. They don't know the credit system. How the heck do you expect people to read your mind? Jay-Z talked about that. Straight up. People can't read your mind. People can't do what you want them to do unless you lead the way. So are you a leader? Are you a servant leader? Or are you a dictator? Do you have unrealistic expectations? Or do you have realistic expectations? Ask yourself that. I know you guys want me to get to the business loans. I know you want the business lines of credit. I know you want all this, but this is actually more important. This is more important because I refuse to teach you all this stuff without me at least disclosing how to do proper business. Because there's a lot of people that's not doing this right.